All of this stuff you're seeing, this pile of...
These are the motherboards.
No, this is food. This is beans. Someone put beans inside the computer.
We've hit a low point. Not enough memes to cover in the world right now, which means we have to tap into the vault. And the vault has a beckoning aura, an aura that we just can't ignore. The aura of an edible seed, a kidney-shaped delight. Beans. Beans, apparently one of the longest cultivated plants in history, are a vital resource for humanity. At risk of sounding like a really annoying video essay or a Vsauce short, show an image of beans on toast. Haha, British people eat that. But more than that, there's just something funny about them, and sometimes that leads to the silliest of memes. Let's go over some of the beaniest moments in bean meme history. First, we should probably talk about the obsession of just straight up filling things with beans. For some reason, like 5 or 6 years ago, you couldn't escape this phenomenon. People would fill up socks with beans. They would fill up a clock with beans. There's something funny, cursed, and mesmerizing about beans filling up an object, especially if you can see through it. It evokes some childlike joy in us all. A Coca-Cola glass bottle filled with beans. Rolling a bean cigarette. That is disgusting. Beans in a pair of Crocs. God, that is messed up. They're just popping out of the holes like that. Hitting the bean bomb. I mean, people get so obsessed with beans being in places beans shouldn't be, that there was a viral video of a guy pranking a repairman by filling his own PC with beans. It happens. Sometimes you're playing too much Taco Bell Tasty Temple Challenge for the MS-DOS, and boom, your computer case is full of black beans. It's real, it happens. Sometimes objects or living beings don't fill themselves with beans, but become them. Meet the anthropomorphic bean, my personal fursuit. What's a furry but for beans? What's that called? Regardless, human bean is sort of an uwu thing to say these days, but back in the day, it was just a silly misspelling. One so common that someone made a webcomic in 2003 about it. The guy laughs at human being, thinking about human bean, and the guy he's talking to turns into a bean. It's like a campy 1980s horror movie. This was a fun meme back in the day though, spawning a lot of online discussion on Yahoo Answers and old boomer websites like that. I know, TikTok is all you have now. Back in the day, we had a forum for every niche interest. Now, the forum is drip-fed to you in an algorithm. Welcome to the bean matrix. Wake up. Bean is starting to not sound like a word anymore, but sometimes beans are used as weapons, like in this fake VHS cover that went viral a couple years back called Christ for Arms. My favorite part about this cover is still the random line, "They threw beans on him." The worst hate to receive. I mean, imagine getting beans thrown on you. That's not cool, man. Surreal memes even had a bean character, but now we're starting to get into green bean territory, and I'm scared of uttering their name, and oh my god, I hear the best. No! There was Bean Dad a couple years ago, a story about a dad and a child and a neglect of beans that led the internet into frantic debate. But sometimes we think fondly of beans as well. Beans bring us great memories. We harken back to the halcyon days where each facet of the brain was filled with beans, and we just think, those beans. Which originates literally just from some old guy on Facebook named Bill Foster that just wrote the words, those beans. Sometimes old people do great things. While some beans bring us joy, some beans kill. Killer Bean, an anthropomorphic assassin coffee bean, has been the subject of thousands of meme images and reactions and GIFs, a weird 3D animated series online that for some reason even has a video game now. Sometimes beans really do make it. And who can forget this classic image of Ivanka Trump holding a can of beans, like a Goya executive is pointing a gun at her off camera. Smile, Ivanka! Smile with the Goya beans! Beans. There's been a lot of good bean memes over the years. I'm gonna go order a big Bowser bean burrito from Taco Bell, or maybe just crack open a can of green bean. Oh no.
What's in a can of Del Monte green beans?
No.